It is the first MUTV group chat of 2021. So, first of all, a belated Happy New Year to everybody. We're going to be here every Monday to look back and to look forward, and the lads are here as well. We've got Maisie, we've got Ben, we've got Wes, and we've got Danny. Belated Happy New Year to you boys as well. How are you?
All the best,
New
Stu.
Year,
Fine,
mate.
thank you.
Yeah, Stu.
How was it? How was this very unusual festive period for you boys? How was it?
Quiet.
Yeah.
Nothing special, Stu, just chilling at home.
Yeah, all right, to be fair.
Best present you had, Maisie? Was that top you've got on? Was that it must have been a Christmas present, surely?
It was actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stu. Yeah. What did you get, Stu? Hair replacement cream?
Hey, listen, the best present by far, heated insoles for my shoes. Brilliant. That is, honestly, mate, I've seen the future. That is the way forward. Perfect for covering football matches. Ben, what was your best present?
Oh.
Weight Watchers book.
Yeah. I knew Maisie would tell me what I got anyway, so it don't matter.
Come on, Wes. You don't need anything, do you, Wes? You're the man who's got everything. What did you get? Anything good?
I got some new PJs, Marvel ones. Very nice.
Oh, good. Dan, anything?
Yeah, I got a few bits, but I'm a big fan of the Ferrero Rochers when they come in, like in the big 24 packs. That's a bit of me. I like the chocolate, so I've got a bit of work to do in the gym now because I've been enjoying them.
Did you do the Ferrero Rocher challenge?
No, what's that?
Is it 6 in a minute? Something like that?
I could do that.
Yeah?
Do that.
We want to see that.
I
Next
think
Monday, Stu.
On that point, lads, what about New Year's resolutions? You know, about maybe too many chocolates. New Year's resolutions, Maisie, you must have a New Year's resolution. Come on.
No, don't make them, Stu. No. They always break them.
Ben, come on, you must have a resolution.
No, I'm the same as Maisie. I might lay off things for a bit, but I don't make resolutions because I don't stick to them.
Right, January. There's one.
Yeah. You stopped bringing chocolates to games, Ben, already. That must be your
Well, there
resolution.
you go, you see. There you go. I'm trying to be a good influence. I'll start it again, though.
Yeah, do that. Where's Danny? Come on, you must have a resolution that you're going to stick to this year.
I don't know. It's tough.
I don't make them either.
Yeah, I've not said anything, Stu. I try and do a bit of gym every day, but that won't happen. So you know what I mean?
If you're an athlete, of course it'll happen, mate.
We was a long time ago, Stu.
Well, listen, what a start for the new year for Manchester United. Second on goal difference as we talk now. Obviously, Liverpool playing later on tonight. I mean, only 4 points, I think, separate the top 6. It's so congested in there. United, of course, beating Villa 2-1. Maisie, look at that. If you'd have said, I don't know, a few months ago, really, that United would be going into the new year top or joint top of the table, what a turnaround it's been.
Yeah, he's done a remarkable job. He's done really well. The lads have done a brilliant job getting to where we are. You know, I think now we're actually getting to a point where you can see the togetherness in the squad, particularly at the end when everyone's jumping all over Eric because of the challenge. But I think Ollie's actually now creating a squad that can actually challenge, and if we can add maybe one addition this window, maybe, then I think we've got a great chance anyway. The title's there for us to. We win every game now, Stu. We win the league.
The thing is that Ollie's obviously keen that people don't get carried away, but I mean, we can get carried away, can't we? I mean, the fact of the matter is we haven't been in this position for a long time. I mean, Ben, if you look at it, the way we're playing, and you look at the league overall, it is open, isn't it?
Very open. Yeah, when you think that the two teams that are currently leading the charge have both had a spanking by 5 goals this season, it just shows you what a strange season it actually is. And I think when we were talking sort of the back end of November, going into what we already know is a busy December, and we've come out of that domestically unbeaten. I think January is a huge month. We've got another 5 league games this month, and 3 of those 5 league games are against 3 of the teams that are in the bottom 5. And we've done so well in December to get through some very, very difficult games and come out winning most of them. And if we can do that in January, I actually believe that we can, we must be considered very, very serious contenders.
Yeah, I mean, Wes, you're obviously used to winning the league every year virtually, but if you look at the situation now, for the first time since Sir Alex left, it does look as though we are going to be at least in the shake-up.
Yeah, I mean, think Ollie's got the lads, first of all, the confidence and the belief of the players. You can see that on the pitch now. Maisie touched on it when Eric did that tackle at the end. Just how together they are. But yeah, I mean, it's still early, and I still think there's a lot to be done. But we're getting over the line now. We're not letting in early goals as well. But even when we're not playing brilliant, we're just managing to keep on fighting and getting that goal and that win. And I think that's very important going forward. But I think the lads are believing in themselves now. And like I said, I mean, look where we are. We have to sort of look at it and go, okay, there's a slight chance. No one's saying that it's there, but there is a slight chance that this can be done. And the lads have started to believe that.
Yeah, Danny, 8 wins from 10. I mean, that's terrific form. 8 wins, 2 draws from 10. And it just shows what can happen. A couple of months ago when we lost to Arsenal here, you couldn't see this, could you?
No, you couldn't. I mean, the start to the season wasn't great, and you saw the vultures circling, so to sort of spread as much bad news about it as they could. But Ollie and the players have just kept the focus. They've taken it step by step, just started chalking off games. As you say, 8 out of 10 is massive. But I think one of the pleasing things for me is the competition for places. I think now, if you're out of the team, someone else can come in and do well and, take your place. So you've got to be performing, and, everyone's playing with a smile on their face.
Talking about that, I mean, obviously we talk about Bruno a lot. We know about how brilliant he's been. It's 33 goal involvements now in 30 appearances in the Premier League. Quite remarkable. But what about Paul Pogba as well, lads? Did you think we saw some of his best football when we played against Villa last time out in terms of a sort of complete midfield performance? Was that the Pogba that we know and we want to see more of?
I don't mind you taking.
I'd say so, mate. Yeah, I thought he had some nice passes, some lovely moves. Getting up and down the park and showing both sides of his game. Yeah, I do think that's a big part, as you mentioned, Bruno there. Bruno plays a part in that because his standards have been so high that Paul's having to look across and hit that standard as well. So it's only bodes well for the team.
I think as well, Stu. The fact that Ollie doesn't have any favourites, or he's not bowing down to the superstars. If he's got a team that's winning, he'll stick with it. And whether that leaves out Paul or leaves out whoever it is, Bruno, I mean, you don't want to leave Bruno out just to rest him. But the fact that he's left Paul out, he's left Scott out, Fred out at times, Martial. But the fact that I think the lads themselves realise that they're not going to play every single game. So when they do come in, they have to perform. And it's a pressure.
Yeah.
But it's a squad game as well, though.
Maisie, are you about to burst into song?
Not unusual, is it?
Tell us where you are, Maisie. You're not your usual backdrop. Where are you?
Oh, I'm at the Aon Training Centre, mate. We're doing, we're just getting set up. Tasker and Sam's there. Doing the next podcast for the first one of 2021. First teamer. So, yeah, we're in isolation.
You can't give us any clues then, just a first teamer.
No.
Okay.
No.
Continue to watch this space. Something you mentioned earlier, Maisie, I want to put this to you, Wes, is about Eric Bailly, who obviously has had terrible injury troubles in his United career, but you saw what he means to the rest of the team with the fact that they all piled onto him at the end of that game after that block. And his performances of late, since he actually has found full fitness, Wes, as a centre-back, just shows you what he is capable of.
Yeah, and I just think he's always needed just a bit of time and a bit of luck. He's always been one where he might have played 1 or 2 games and he's had a knock, and then we don't see him again for a while. But, you know, I think he's got everything a centre-back needs. He's quick, he's strong. I like how aggressive he is. You know, he's good in the air. But he's never really had the consistency of games. And, you know, I think you can all see that the lads see him as a great lad, you know, because that doesn't normally happen at the end of a game. So, you know, Ollie will have to look at that as well with Lindelof being out. And it's great for the team. It's great for the team spirit. Ollie knows that him coming in and performing like that, you know, he's good for him as well, because now he's got a decision to make that when Lindelof does come back, you know, what does he do? Eric's had a great little run. Should I keep him in and keep him going?
What did it say about the spirit as well, though, Ben, that everyone was together at the end there? I mean, that said quite a lot, didn't it? That everyone was so determined to see United over the line, and the fact that they all surrounded Eric says a lot, I think, about the spirit in this squad.
Yeah, and it was the perfect scenario for him to do that, because I think we spoke after the game, Stu, and I was talking about David De Gea when he made and it wasn't David De Gea, it was actually Dean Henderson at Sheffield United in the last minute, if you remember. We'd gone 3-2 up. And these sorts of things really bring everybody together, because you know how close you are to actually throwing away 2 or maybe even 3 points. And what Eric did was fantastic. And Wes has just said it right. He's coming to the team. He's not really had a great run. And he's come in, and for the last 3 games, he's performed absolutely brilliantly. I think 2 of the 3 games that I've seen him play, he's been pretty much the star man. And we know that we can go up the other end and score goals, but sometimes you are relying on a brilliant save or a wonderful block or a tackle like we saw Eric do. And it just helps to galvanise the squad and bring everybody together. And it was just the perfect timing for it, because we'd gone joint top of the league. And these lads have now got the belief going forward that if they can replicate the second half of the season like they've done in the first, they're going to be there or thereabouts.
What about squad strength, guys? Because it is obviously the January transfer window. A lot of United hopefully going to get the deal done for Amad Diallo from Atalanta. Sort out the paperwork, work permits, so on. An exciting young winger. Does work need to be done in this January, or is it just very difficult in January anyway? But it just maybe just needs 1 or 2 coming in. What do you think, Dan?
I think the right ones again. You know, he's done very well over the past few windows in identifying the right people who make the squad better, who come in as good characters, who are willing to fight for the place. You know, you only have to look at Cavani. You know, he's not played every game, but when he's come in, he's chomping at the bit. He's putting his yards in. So whenever he gets his opportunity, he's ready. And I think it's the right kind of character that kick us on to the next level. And they're very hard to come by at this point in the year. So unless we can pull out another Bruno in the January transfer window, we don't need to improve it. We look at it and prepare correctly for the summer.
But that's the thing, Maisie, isn't it? It is possible, because Bruno did come. But as we are in this position, do you think we should do some business?
I think it's imperative that you have to do business, but I do think that if there's somebody there that's going to, as Danny just touched on it, going to improve the squad, and they have to improve it. You know, you just don't want to get another body in just for the sake of it. You don't want a Di Maria coming in, a superstar who, you know, was only here for the till. Falcao, exactly the same. You know, you want somebody that's going to come in and improve the squad. And right now, it's going to be tough to get somebody to come in and do that. But if there's somebody out there, then it's only going to enhance the chances of United winning the league. And that's more important than anything. But they can't come in and upset the apple cart, because right now we're absolutely flying with the squad we've got.
Well, is the squad the thing, really? I mean, you look at the amount of games to play, and obviously the issues that everyone's had with COVID and so on. Is the squad going to be the strength of the squad could turn out to be the pivotal thing when we're looking for honours this season? I'll give that to Ben.
Yeah, for definite. I think United have been fairly lucky in terms of, you know, they've not had anybody that has had long-term injuries. We've had little niggles here and there, but I think when you've had one person hitting or getting an injury, you're able to be able to replace them straight away with somebody. And we've already touched on it at the start of the show that the competition for places is brilliant. And it helps to spur everybody on. I don't think there's any question that a squad is going to come into it But like the lads have said, if we are going to bring somebody in this January window, then it needs to be somebody that is going to improve, that he's going to come in and he's actually going to fight for a first team place straight away upon his arrival. And I think Diallo fits that bill, no question about it. Whether they've got their eye on anybody else, I don't know. But I don't think there's anything to suggest that a squad wouldn't have a bearing on what goes on in April and May.
Stu, I think you got to be careful. Newcastle did it years and years back. They brought Tino in.
Yeah.
And so much as he's a fantastic footballer, probably at that time, they didn't need anybody because the squad was good enough. And then you try to accommodate getting him in, might have upset the apple cart.
The thing is, though, as well, Maisie, I think we bought in Vidic and Evra, didn't we, in January? I think Andy Cole came in January, didn't it? So it is hard, but it can give everyone a boost, I suppose.
Absolutely, but as I said, and as Dan have just said there, it's got to be the right person. It's got to be somebody that wants to come to Old Trafford and play for Manchester United, play for the badge, play for the shirt, and not just come here just for the ride and just take a load of money out of the club. We've had those players before. Ollie's got rid of most of them now. So it's important that if he does bring anyone in, it has to be the right person.
One person who is coming into Manchester United is somebody we all know very well. Darren Fletcher, been announced today, is joining Ollie's coaching team at the Aon Training Complex. Lads, I mean, you obviously know him very well. I want to get your reaction to that, particularly you, Wes. You're obviously good pals with Fletch, and now he's part of the coaching staff. A good appointment?
Yeah, brilliant. I think Fletch is, one of them guys who has always sort of wanted to get involved. He's been fantastic for the club in the past. And he knows his stuff as well. And I think it's a brilliant opportunity for him, coming back to the club and obviously the club giving him that opportunity as well. But I'm sure we'll see a lot more to come from Darren Fletcher, yeah. As long as he gets his hair sorted out, he'll be fine, Stu.
Wait, do you think, I mean, is he the sort of person, though, you thought over the years Wes might get involved in that side of things?
Yeah, I have really. And, I think ever since he sort of finished, he's always wanted to do that. I know he's done a lot of commentary and punditry over the last year. But, I think his dream is to go back into football and try and pass his experience on. And then, it could have been probably a few different places, but the opportunity come up from coming from the club. And I think it's great for him because the club, understand that he's been there from the beginning as well, coming through as a young kid.
Yeah, Danny, we got to say Michael Carrick there as well. Is it good to have great former players from United now involved in the coaching side of things?
I think it's massive. I think Sir Alex was starting to do that before he retired and bring in people that know the club who can carry on the traditions and the history and the standards that the club has to adhere to. So it's good that Ollie's putting those right characters in place. As you say, Michael, absolutely brilliant. He's got a passion for the game and improving players. You only have to speak to sort of Scott McTominay to say how much he helped him, when he was coming through. And I'm sure Fletch will provide exactly the same for the other young lads and all the lads, but really. So it's a tradition that Ajax do as well. Make sure you just passing the baton down a little bit to make sure that old habits don't die. So I think it's a really, really good move from Ollie.
Yeah, Ben, you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Darren Fletcher was one of these players. Wes touched on it. He was a big game player under Sir Alex Ferguson. He was always one of the first names on the team sheet. He's very, very knowledgeable. He's passionate. He's articulate as well. And I think everything that he's done in his career, he can bring to Manchester United. And one of those things, what you need at Manchester United, that he can have great help with and insight, is a big game mentality, which he had for years and years and years. And I think he's a wonderful appointment. I really do.
Yeah, Maisie, you've just got a lot of people now at the top in terms of the coaching at United who've all been influenced by Sir Alex Ferguson, if you like.
Ollie,
yeah, of course.
Michael Carrick.
Fletcher, how important is that?
It's huge too. And I think with Fletch as well, the lads haven't mentioned it yet, but, a multiple winner of the Premier League. He knows how to get the job done, and that experience is vital, particularly over the next 4 or 5 months of what we're going to be going into. You know, the knowledge, the know-how, how to approach games. You can't buy that experience. You really can't. And Fletcher has that in abundance. And he's going to be a great addition. And, you know, I'm so glad that he's joined the backroom staff because, one, he's a lovely lad, but two, he's also a great character in the dressing room as well. That when the proverbial hits a fan, which it will do eventually, because we can't all be brilliant week in, week out, he knows how to talk to the players and get them back on board and get the ship going in the right direction.
Let's hope the proverbial doesn't hit the fan on Wednesday night when we are playing Manchester City here in the League Cup semi-final. Second year running, we're playing them in the semi-final. Remember, this is just one leg this time. Let's hope it's a better game than the one we saw at Old Trafford a month ago. But Danny, over 90, it's just a one-off game. Does that give the advantage to anybody?
No, I just think it's no advantage necessarily. It's just, you know, that perform on the night, take your chances, then you're in a final and it's your first chance of silverware. So, you know, City picked up a little bit of form. They performed well against Chelsea. We're in very good form. So on paper, it's sort of stands to be a good game. But, you know, what I'd like to see is both teams, you know, coming out and attacking, which didn't necessarily happen in the last game. But again, you'd probably say Pep playing two holding midfielders showed a level of respect to United because we beat them last season. So it'll be an interesting tactical battle as well as, you know, it being a semi-final of the Cup.
Yeah, Wes, I mean, we obviously kept reaching semi-finals last year but couldn't get over the line. If we managed it this time, would that be a psychological barrier overcome, if you like, rather than semi-finalists, you get through to a final?
Yeah, I think it was mentally. It'll be great for us. Obviously, the team will be changed a little bit again, but it is a semi-final. It is against Man City, and you know you want to get to finals. You know, I know there's a lot of games, but we're here now, and I think when we're at this stage, you just go for it. You know, you try and play your best. You want to get to that final, and it's a derby as well. So it will be an interesting game. What the two teams look like, because I do think there will be changes again. But at the same time, you know, a final. Why not, lads? We're here. We're in the semi. Let's go for it.
Yeah, Maisie, would you just go full hit with the selection? Obviously, there's Watford coming up at the weekend. You could probably make plenty of changes for that. But for this, we've had a few days to prepare for this one, because we played Friday. Would you just go for it with your selection? I'd
go with the strongest squad he's got. It's a chance to get into a final, as Wes has just touched on it. It's a chance to get some silverware. Obviously, it's Spurs and Brentford in the other round, but over 90 minutes, I trust us to beat anybody on the day, and it's about taking chances. You've only got 90 minutes to take them. No extra time. Just go out there and do the business, and let's get to a final.
On the point of the Cups, Ben, obviously it's City coming up Wednesday, Watford Saturday, and the League. Now, if there's any thought in your mind that don't worry too much about the Cups, let's just go for the League, lads, or are you going for the Cups as well?
Well, I think when you get to this stage, when you've got a semi-final against your closest neighbours, you want to turn out a team that is going to win the game. I think what we're going to see, and hopefully we will see, is two teams that want to win rather than in the league game. We saw two teams that didn't want to lose. And I think when it is a one-off game and you've got a chance of going to Wembley, I actually think that if we beat City, then we will win it. I don't think we should worry about whether it's Tottenham or Brentford. I think this is by far the most difficult of those two games. And I just feel as though United on their day can beat anybody. I think they've proved that already. And I'm looking forward to a really entertaining game, much more entertaining than the league fixture that we saw a month ago.
It surely will be. It surely will be. Lads, it's great to see you in this new year, and look forward to doing this every week. So have a good week and see you again next Monday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.